Hi, I'm Phil Porras. In this demo, we'll explore the potential for an OpenFlow-enabled security service to proactively contain a propagating malware outbreak. To drive the demo, we'll introduce a spam bot into a host operating within our network. Let's assume that our spam bot, say the ZBot Trojan, infects our host and then joins one of the vast numbers of the notorious Zeus botnet channels. On this particular channel, our victim is enlisted to join a spam campaign, but as with all self-propagating malware, also searches for other recruits to infect across our network. Unfortunately for the spam bot, its communications with external SMTP servers, which it needs to blast spam across the internet, also offers a strong detection signal. Bot Hunter is well versed in diagnosing the dialog patterns of spam bots. Here, we will use OF Bot Hunter, an OpenFlow extension that enables Bot Hunter to insert security mediation logic into SE-Floodlight. The blue console shows Bot Hunter's response engine, while the black console shows SE-Floodlight's security actuator client. The response engine evaluates new infection profiles generated by Bot Hunter against mediation policies that we specify using an XML configuration file. Bot Hunter itself does not incorporate a native understanding of OpenFlow. Rather, it's an expert at determining when local systems are infected and should be quarantined, as well as tracking those remote systems that are involved in the infection. Once our victim is assigned to a spam campaign, its dialog pattern is caught by Bot Hunter, and the response engine analyzes the infection profile to determine how best to respond. The response policies are specified in XML and enable the response engine to translate the infection profile into actionable security directives. When it catches our spam client, the response engine immediately forwards a quarantine directive to the security actuator. The security actuator operates as an interpreter, translating the high-level security directives into flow rules that halt or manipulate the malware's ability to communicate or attack others. It receives the quarantine directive and translates it into a series of flow rules designed to isolate the infected spam bot from the network. In effect, the victim client is cut off from any and all communications over the network, with the exception that all of the DNS and web traffic that the host initiates is redirected by the switch into a quarantine notification server. There, our web proxy will respond to all web requests with a notification page, informing the user that the host is now quarantined and to go see the system administrator as soon as possible. Let's illustrate that result here. We'll launch a browser and attempt to connect to a website, say Google, but instead SE-Floodlight rewrites the flow, tunneling the request to our quarantine notification server. With a little further forensic investigation, we're able to learn a bit more about the malware that invaded our client. We can take more aggressive steps to monitor for other infected clients that may not have yet revealed themselves. To do this, we'll update Bot Hunter's local DNS blacklist to trigger an infection profile for any other host that performs a lookup to these same Zeus domains. With Bot Hunter now aware of this spam bot's command and control domains, we can use our response engine to initiate proactive containment even if the full spam bot behavior is not observed. For example, later, a second host in our network will initiate a DNS lookup to one of the domains associated with this botnet. When this occurs, Bot Hunter now reacts more aggressively, even if the full spam bot behavior has not yet been observed. It initiates a full duplex block of the IP address returned by this DNS lookup. It also initiates a deny directive to prevent the host from any further communications to other SMTP servers. It then redirects the host web traffic to the quarantine notice on the notification server. This more limited containment could be applied across hosts on the network indefinitely until the infection is fully removed from the network. For more information on SE-Floodlight and OpenFlow Bot Hunter, visit www.openflowsec.org.